Hi, I'm Campbell Keyes with NewFilmmakers Los Angeles. Welcome to Stage 5 interviews in partnership with Moviemaker magazine. Today, I'm very excited. I'm here speaking with Camille about a short film, Interstate. But before we get into it, I'd like to roll a clip. Are social issues a topic that you'd like to really focus on in your filmmaking?
So yeah, definitely I want my films to, like all of my films, my projects, everything I'm working on definitely has some kind of social intent or like content or something. But I also want my films to touch like a wider audience. You know, I don't want to make, when you said activist, you know, I think it's a very strong word because I'm not, like I don't want my films to be like, you know, working for anything that's too strong, like too political, but social for sure. Like, because these are the stories that interest me. You know, you were just talking about, you know, the gun culture in the U.S. Like, that's something that fascinates me. Like, I would love to talk about it someday. You know, like most stories that I find interesting, you know, I read them in the newspapers. Like, these are, you know, current subjects or stuff that like just happen, and I feel like there's a need to talk about it. So, but I mean, I think a lot of filmmakers do that.
So this film was nominated for a Student Oscar. What was that like? Since
it's the Student Academy Awards, like your film has to be from a film school. That's like the one thing, and then you know you just submit it, and then they nominate people on the West Coast and on the East Coast and like Central Coast, I think, and so we got there, and then they screen it for a new jury, and then they choose who are the national finalists from like the three coasts, the three regions. So we were one of the finalists with 8 other films, and then among these 9 films, they choose 3 winners, and we're one of them. And we're gonna find out tomorrow if we won gold, silver, or bronze. It just gives you more money if you win gold, so I hope I win gold.
Your phone been ringing off the hook ever since?
Well, I mean, I'm getting a lot of emails, you know, for like distribution or of my film. So I think we found, I mean, it's only a short film, so it's not like you're making money off it, but you know, it's nice to have your film screened online and like VOD and all that stuff. So I think we're gonna have a distributor like pretty soon for the US and internet, and then you know, and then like all the meetings with like, you know, representation or like production companies, producers who want to see what I have next, like what I want to do.
So how does it feel being a part of the NewFilmmakers Los Angeles official selection?
I've heard about New Filmmakers a lot from my filmmakers friends who have been selected as well in your program, or just, you know, it's something that, yeah, mainly like a lot of alumni from my school have been selected, and I've seen, you know, how their screening went, and like how you always try to get some media attention around the filmmakers, which is something that you don't necessarily get in every festival when you're just a short filmmaker. Like usually the attention goes to the feature filmmakers, which I think is a great thing, like to promote short films. Yeah, and I was happy to be part of the, you know, I know this weekend it's a special Latino filmmakers program. Like, obviously I'm not Latino, but my film is very much Latino in its subject and, you know, the cast and some of my crew. And so I was really happy to be part of this.
Are you currently working on anything you'd like to share with the rest of us?
Yeah, well, I'm really trying to have this feature made that I co-wrote with one of my friends, and you know, it's about the influence of social media like in our lives, and how this can sometimes lead to cyberbullying, which is kind of a new concept that we didn't really have when we were in high school or like in school, but now it's like, you know, it's not like as much like physical bullying as actual like cyberbullying using like Facebook or or all the Instagram, whatever social media you have around you, or email or anything. And there's been like a lot of cases of young girls or young guys really going as far as committing suicide just because they were like overwhelmed by the attention they got in social media after they did like one little thing. And I think more and more films are starting to kind of like touch upon this subject, but that's what my feature is about.